Shivananda Sharma Memorial RV College, video lectures and ISR initiative. SSMRV College, one of the premier institutes run by the prestigious RV group of institutions, has come up with a unique initiative to engage students at the time of this unforeseen medical emergency caused by corona outbreak. As a socially responsible institution, we would like to connect academically with students to make good the losses caused. In this connection, I, Pallavi of Department BBA, is posting a video on the subject financial management and the topic is internal rate of return. Please watch the video till the end and like, share with your peer groups and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now let's understand the meaning of internal rate of return. It is the rate at which the sum of discounted cash inflows equals to the sum of discounted cash outflows. Guys, when you invest on any project, you always expect to reap the benefits out of it. I mean, you want some return, right? So how efficiently you are able to get your initial outlay is internal rate of return. The IRR of a project is the discount rate which makes that present value equal to 0. Okay, so and this is equivalent to equating the present value of all future cash inflows to initial outlay of the project. That means all the present value of the CI, that is cash inflows, to the initial outlay of the product should become 0. So that is IRR. So now let's discuss the formula to calculate IRR. IRR is equal to A plus C minus O divided by C minus D into B minus A. A is nothing but discount factor at low trial. I'll tell you what is low trial and high trial. B is equal to discount factor at high trial. C is equal to present value of cash inflow at lower trial. D is equal to present value of cash inflow at high trial, and O is equal to original investment. Low trial and high trial is the discount factor given for a project. Usually in IRR you will be comparing between the low trial and high trial. For example, 10% and 12%. 10% is the low trial and 12% is the high trial. That is a discount factor or the PV factor given in the problem. When you multiply the present value and the cash inflow, you will be getting the present value of cash inflow of low trial as well as high trial, and original investment is the investment made for the project, and it will be given in the question. Okay, now let's understand the difference between NPV and IRR. First one, NPV, it takes the interest as the known factor, whereas IRR takes the interest as unknown factor. That means in NPV you will be knowing the interest factor, but in IRR you don't know which one, because you have two discount factors, that is low trial and high trial, right? And in NPV it tries to find the amount that can be invested in a project so that its earnings will be enough to repay this amount with interest at the market price. That means you will be able to know how much earnings you will get out of the project. If you select the project, how much earnings you will get. So based on that you will select which project you want. Okay, but in IRR it tries to find the maximum rate of interest at which the funds invested could be repaid out of the cash inflows. Here it is maximum amount of return. In NPV you will get to know which project yields better. In IRR you will know how much maximum a project can yield, I mean each project. And the last difference is it is more reliable for ranking 2 or more projects, because reinvestment of funds at the cutoff rate is more possible than IRR. That means in NPV you can rely on ranking 2 or more projects. I mean you can compare which project will do better. But in case of IRR it is less reliable. Okay, these are the differences between NPV and IRR. Guys, now let's look at the first problem of IRR. Usually what happens in IRR, you will have two different discount factors. You have to multiply cash inflow with both the discount factors and apply the IRR formula, and you will get to know the percentage of return. Okay, now let's see this problem. A company has to select one of the two alternative projects whose particulars are given below. We have project A and project B. Initial outlay is nothing but the original investment given for project A and B. So we have net cash flow, that is cash inflows. We have 4 years cash inflows for project A and project B. So this is the first information. Let's see further details. The company can arrange necessary funds at 8%. So this is where you have to underline. Compute the IRR of each project and comment on the results. The PV factor of rupee 1 received at the end of each year at different rates are given below. We have different rates of PV factor, that is 8%, 10%, 12% and 14%. 14% would be double of 8%. So up to 12% we will be considering in this problem. Please look at the demonstration of the problem. If you have any doubts, please feel free to call me. Okay, I'll be teaching you how to calculate IRR. I've already discussed you about the formula. Now in this question, whatever I have selected, there are many discount factors. But I am selecting for project A 10% and 12%. For project B, I'll be selecting 10% and 8%. First, let's discuss how to calculate for project A. So they have given the cash inflow of project A and PV factor, as I told you, the lowest will be 10% and the high trial will be 12%. So you know how to calculate this. Now when you multiply 1 lakh and 0.909, you will be getting these values. You have to multiply these two things. So you will be getting this. Now for PV factor 12%, you know how to calculate 1 divided by 1.12. You will be getting these values. So if you multiply this with the cash inflow and this, you will be getting these values. So this will be your total PV of cash inflow. So total PV of cash inflow for 10% discount factor is 1,21,760 and total PV of cash inflow for 12% is 1,18,720. Okay, so now let's see what are the things we have calculated. A would be 10%, that is low trial. So B will be 12%, that is high trial. So C is equal to 1,12,760. D is 1,18,720. So now O is nothing but original investment. Okay. So original investment is already given in the question. So it is 1,18,720 for project A. So when we calculate IRR, you know the formula, A plus C minus O divided by C minus D into B minus A is the formula to calculate IRR. So when you put all these figures, you will be getting 10 plus 3040, 3040. 12 minus 10 is 2. Okay. So this will become 0. So 10 plus 2 is 12% for project A. Okay. I'll show you how to calculate for project B now. Now I am going to teach you how to calculate for project B. Okay. For project A, we had selected 10% and 12%. In the question, remember they have given up to 8% the company can select, right? So for this project, for project B, I am selecting 10% and 8% present value or discount factor. So they have already given the cash flows in the question, and for 10% you know how to calculate the values, and for 8% you know how to calculate the values. When you multiply, the PV of 10% is 1,670, and when you multiply for PV factor for 8%, the total is 1,07,210. So let's calculate IRR. Now for project B, A will be 8 and this would be 1,07,210. C, original investment they have already given in the question, and again C would be 1,07,210 and minus D would be 1,670 and 10 minus 8. B minus A is 10 minus 8. So when you calculate, you will be getting IRR as 10% for project B. So obviously you will be selecting project A because project A has more written. It has 12% and it has 10%. So you will be selecting project A. Hope you all understood. Thank you for watching this video. Have a good day.